Jay-Z's alleged son, Rymir Satterthwaite, has officially dropped his federal lawsuit. Yes, the same explosive case that's been quietly boiling for over a decade is now taking yet another dramatic twist. On 18 July 2025, Rymir, now 31 years old, filed a motion in the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California to withdraw his paternity complaint against Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Corey Carter. And just like that, a legal war that's lasted over 14 years saw one of its biggest shakeups yet. For those who haven't followed every chapter of this slow-burning saga, here's the core of the controversy. Rymir has long claimed that his mother, Wanda Satterthwaite, had a brief encounter with Jay-Z back in 1992, when she was only 16 and Jay-Z was 22. That alleged relationship, Rymir insists, resulted in his birth. But despite more than a decade of legal attempts, Jay-Z has never taken a DNA test to confirm or deny the claim. In fact, in a 2010 paternity test, another man, Robert Graves, was ruled out as Rymir's father. Yet Jay-Z's name remained conspicuously absent from any testing. What followed was a blizzard of legal filings. Over the years, Rymir and his godmother and legal advocate, Dr. Lily Coley, filed at least 8 different lawsuits in multiple states. They accused Jay-Z and his legal team of manipulating the courts, hiding evidence, and even influencing judges to dismiss or delay the case. They've claimed financial losses totaling over $100,000, emotional distress, liens on property, and even threats, intimidation, and mysterious shootings. And in 2022, a New Jersey judge issued a pre-filing injunction, blocking them from filing any more lawsuits related to Jay-Z without special court approval. So what changed now? On 22 July 2025, a court docket showed that Rymir had officially filed a motion to voluntarily withdraw the case. The paperwork read, quote, "Plaintiff Rymir Satterthwaite pro se submits this notice of withdrawal from this complaint as a party to the action. The defendants have not filed an answer." And just like that, after all the public pleas and court filings, the case was over, at least on the federal level. But here's where it gets even more suspicious. According to court watchers and some legal analysts, there were irregular edits to the court dockets and suspicious activity in how the case was handled. Some believe the case was quietly merged with another lawsuit involving Dr. Lily Coley and dismissed without Rymir's full consent. Others speculate about possible behind-the-scenes pressure or even the existence of a confidential settlement. While there's been no confirmation of any payout, fans and critics alike are wondering, did Jay-Z finally pay to make this all go away? Adding fuel to the fire, Rymir spoke out just days after dropping the case. On 27 July, he took to social media and insisted that the story is far from over. In an emotional Instagram post, he wrote, "I've not stopped my fight. I did withdraw my case. That's for a reason. It's not 'cause I'm stopping." There's a lot going on behind closed doors. He doubled down on the claim that Jay-Z has never taken a DNA test, has never offered him a dime, and that other legal proceedings are already in motion. Jay-Z's legal team has remained firm throughout. They've characterized the entire ordeal as nothing more than a decades-long campaign of harassment, built on false allegations and procedural loopholes. They say the claims have been repeatedly dismissed not because of a lack of fairness, but because they simply hold no legal weight. Jay-Z himself has never publicly addressed Rymir's claims, staying silent as headlines swirl and social media debates rage on. And speaking of social media, public reaction is once again split. Some fans believe Rymir's persistence proves he's telling the truth, especially considering the amount of legal fees, public humiliation, and trauma he's endured. One user posted, "Jay-Z has too much power. The system's protecting him." Another added, "Why would someone fight for 14 years if it was a lie?" On the other hand, skeptics argue the courts have already made their position clear. If there was any truth, it would have been proven by now. One comment read, "You can't just sue someone over and over because you don't like the outcome." But the emotional gravity of this case goes beyond headlines. Rymir has repeatedly said that this isn't about fame or money, it's about identity, truth, and justice. He claims to have lived his entire life without knowing who his real father is, and that the legal system has denied him a basic human right, the right to know where he comes from. Now, with the federal case dropped, the future is uncertain. Will Jay-Z ever address the allegations? Will Rymir resurface with new evidence? Or will this be the final chapter in one of hip-hop's longest and most painful paternity scandals? One thing's for sure, this story is far from over. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.